of friends and guard your face. There walks a rogue from place to place. No lock too strong, no wall too high, no purse too close, no watchful eye. They say his fingers move so fast you'll never know when he has passed. But gold and jewels he lets them go. There's only one thing he wants to know. What's hiding in your nose? Hide your daughters, hide your gold, hide your ale before it's cold. But most of all, by gods above, guard your nostrils from his love. He picked a dwarf beneath the hill. The dwarf is screaming somewhere still. He picked an elf beside a tree. You filthy bastard, let me be. He picked an orc, he picked a mage, he picked a bard upon the stage. The bard stopped singing and dropped his lute. Why is your finger up my snoot? Oh, run, run, the rogue has come. Hide your nose and save your bum. No door, no hell, no castle wall can save your nostrils from his call. Left one, right one, deep he goes. No man is safe. Protect your nose. One night he crept into the keep where King Alaric lay asleep. Past 30 guards, past locks of 3, past traps no mortal eye could see. He reached the throne, the crowd went still. Surely he'll rob the royal till. The rogue just grinned. The king awoke, a finger rose beneath his cloak. Pick! The guards came running down the hall. He picked the king, he picked them all. But legends say his greatest fight came underneath the moon. One night a dragon slept upon its skull. 3,000 years enormous old. The rogue approached his comrades, cried, "Sid, for the love of God, don't try!" He climbed the tail, he crossed the snout. The dragon woke, its eyes flashed out. "Mortal, what treasure have you come to steal?" The rogue just smiled. "Nothing." He raised one finger. "I just want to see what you've got in there." The mountain shook, the forest burned, 3 kingdoms fell, the oceans turned, and somewhere through the smoke and flame a burning rogue ran down the plain. What light! So raise your mugs and heed this prose. When shadows move, protect your nose, for gold may sleep behind a lock and kings may hide behind their stock. But when that rogue creeps through your door, your precious nostrils are no more. Oh, run, run, the rogue has come. Hide your nose and sound the drum. From dwarf to dragon, king to crow, he'll pick them high, he'll pick them low. Left one, right one, there he goes. No soul is safe. Protect your nose. Vince, get your finger out of the bartender. But I almost got it. There lived an elf with deadly aim, the finest archer known to fame. Ambitious, fierce, with eagle eyes, her arrows split the distant skies. 100 yards, a moving mark, she'd hit its heart within the dark. No shaking hand, no wasted breath, one little twang and certain death. But give her stairs and place your bet, she hasn't reached the bottom yet. Oh, deadly elf, a graceful queen, the finest shot you've ever seen. She'll shoot a goblin through the head, then trip and fall right off the bed. She hunted trolls through rain and fog, then somehow tripped across a log. She shot 3 orcs between the eyes, then walked face first into supplies. She climbed a tower proud and tall, then missed the door and hit the wall. She dodged a blade with perfect grace, then dropped her bow upon her face. No ghost could run, no foe could hide. With bow and arrows by her side, she conquered every bloody fight, then tripped on absolutely nothing every night. Oh, deadly elf, oh, graceful queen, the clumsiest thing you've ever seen. Her arrows fly, her enemies fall, then someone please go catch the elf before she hits the wall. Toast her name, the deadliest elf of ancient fame. For none survived her arrow's flight, and somehow she survived herself another night. Of chaos flame, the wildest witch to earn the name. She called the thunder, bent the light, and made the shadows dance at night. She needed neither book nor page, for chaos lived within the mage. She'd summon for us, she'd summon fire, though rarely what she did desire. She'd ask for rain and summon snow, make flowers dance and tables glow. She'd cast for light to fill the room, and somehow make a teapot bloom. But stranger still beneath it all, there lived one flaw, both great and small. For when her nerves began to fray, her magic chose a different way. A little twitch, a little glow, a spark above, a spark below. Her heartbeat raced, her temper grew, and everybody somehow knew. One little worry, two little fears, three more troubles drawing near, four little problems, five in view. Poof! A giant yellow cucumber grew. Chaos Mage, wildest witch of any age. Storm and thunder, fire and rain, nothing ever stays the same. But when the worry starts to brew, and one small problem turns to two, stand well back when sparks break through. Poof! A giant yellow cucumber too. She tried to cure her strange affair with ancient spells and whispered prayer. She brewed a tea to calm her mind, and worried what the tea might hide. She searched through books both old and new for charms and cures and potions too. She found a spell on page 13, then stressed about what it might mean. A little twitch, a little spark, a flash of yellow filled the dark. The book fell flat, the room went mute, and there she lay, a giant fruit. Well, vegetable, close enough! She sought a sage beyond the hills, for that he could cure her still. Through haunted woods she crossed the land, with hope and courage close at hand. But as she reached his ancient gate, she wondered if she'd come too late. Then wondered if the cure would sting, then worried what tomorrow'd bring. Her fingers sparked, her heartbeat flew, she knew exactly what was due. One final thought, what if I fail? Poof! A cucumber rolled down the trail. Chaos Mage, wildest witch of any age. Storm and thunder, fire and rain, nothing ever stays the same. But when the worry starts to brew, and one small problem turns to two, stand well back when sparks break through. Poof! You know what she's about to do. At last she learned through every spell that chaos cannot live in cells. The more she fought, the worse it grew. The more she feared, the more she'd stew. So now she lets the wild winds blow, lets magic choose which way to go. A spell goes wrong, she lets it fly, a frog rains down. She doesn't ask why. For chaos bends to none at all, not mage nor king nor castle wall. And she who bears its restless flame must dance beside it all the same. Yet legends say on stressful nights, when worries grow and nerves take flight, you'll see a flash of yellow hue, then something rolling into view. So should you meet her on your way, remember what the old bards say. She'll face a dragon without fear, she'll laugh when armies gather near. She'll summon storms and split the sky, send bolts of chaos soaring high. But give that mage one stressful day, and magic has its final say. Chaos Mage, wildest witch of any age. Fire below and storms above, chaos is the thing she loves. But if her eye begins to twitch, forget the spell, forget the witch. Find a basket, make it two. Poof! There goes the yellow cucumber too. knight of iron will, whose name was known from vale to hill. His armor shone, his blade struck true, and not a foe could break him through. He faced the beast beneath the stone, walked haunted battlefields alone, where others fled from tooth and claw. He raised his shield and feared no more. No dragon's breath could make him shake, no giant's fist his courage break. No demon born of darkest night could frighten that determined knight. There was, however, one small hitch, a tiny curse, a sudden fight. Here comes the knight, shield held high and armor bright. Fear no dragon, beast or wight, nothing scares the Hiccup Knight. Steel may clash and arrows fly, thunder tear the midnight sky. Still he'll stand and still he'll fight. Behold the mighty knight. Charged a troll at break of dawn, with sword held high and helmet on. The beast came roaring through the mist, the knight swung hard, high and missed. He spun around and struck once more, his blade sent thunder through the floor. The troll went down, the bridge went cracked, then one great hiccup brought it back. He fought through 20 goblin spears without a trace of doubt or fear, but every time he raised his blade, his enemies looked quite afraid. For soon a strange old tale was spread, the hiccup came before the dead, when battlefields grew strangely still. One distant meant blood would spill. Here comes the knight, shield held high and armor bright. Fear no dragon, beast or wight, nothing scares the Hiccup Knight. Steel may clash and arrows fly, thunder tear the midnight sky. Still he'll stand and still he'll fight. Behold the mighty knight. But steel alone was not his way, nor glory what he sought each day. He fought because when darkness came, someone had to face the flame. He'd guard the weak, defend the small, stand first in line when kingdoms fall. His shield was scarred, his armor worn, his cloak was ripped, his banner torn. Yet every wound became a tale of one more soul who did not fail. For courage isn't having none, it's standing firm when others run. And still that strange ridiculous sound would follow everywhere around. At royal feast or battlefield, behind his sword, behind his shield, no potion stopped its spell, no brew, and why it came nobody knew. Some blamed a witch, some blamed his ale, some swore it came from dragon scale, some claimed a curse from ancient night, but none knew why, not even the night. Here comes the night. Laugh you may at such a sight, but when the darkness steals the light, you'll want beside you that strange knight. For when the bravest turn and flee, when death is all that eyes can see, one shield remains within the fight. The ever-standing knight. So if one night through smoke and flame you hear no horn and know no name, but through the dark beyond your sight one silver shield reflects the light, and somewhere through the battle's din a single foolish sound begins. Don't laugh too hard, don't turn away, for someone's having a very bad day. The sword will rise, the shield will strike, the darkness learns what fools are like. And just before the final blow, there comes the sound his enemies know. Raise the light, sing the song of that strange knight, scarred by day and sworn by night, the stubborn, steadfast Hiccup Knight. Led kings of crowns and bards of fame, he never fought to earn a name, he only stood where wrong met right, and somehow won the bloody fight. dwarf of iron pride, with mighty axe strapped by his side. He knew each mountain, cave and stone, and every hidden path below. He'd track a goblin through the snow, find buried gold where none would know. He'd smell good ale from miles away, but lost his bloody keys each day. He'd search the table, search the floor, he'd check the window, check the door. He'd curse the gods and blame the elf, the keys were in his hand himself. Where's my axe? Where's my ale? Who has moved my coat of mail? Where's my hammer? Where's my gold? Who took the thing I just did hold? Look to the left, look to the right, search the bloody house all night. Turn every table, curse and shout, it's in your pocket. Pull it out. Pull it out. His axe went missing late one day, so off he stormed without delay. He searched the forge, he searched the hall, behind each barrel, bench and wall. He blamed a goblin, blamed a thief, he swore revenge beyond belief. He searched until the setting sun, his axe was strapped right on his bum. Another morn, his mug was gone, he'd had the bloody thing at dawn. He checked the cupboard, checked the chair, then stood and scratched his mighty hair. He searched beneath the pile of clothes, he checked his boots and checked his toes. He cursed the thief who stole his cup and noticed he was drinking from it. Where's my axe? Where's my ale? Who hasn't moved my coat of mail? Where's my hammer? Where's my gold? Who took the thing I just did hold? Look to the left, look to the right, search the bloody house all night. Turn every table, curse and shout, it's in your pocket. Pull it out. But laugh you may at dwarven sight, for when the horns come in to fight, he never loses where to stand nor drops the brother at his hand. He may misplace his boots at dawn, forget which glove he's sitting on, but when the mountain halls run red, his axe knows well where it is led. Through iron gates and goblin lines, through burning halls and shattered mines, the absent fool you mocked before becomes the dwarf of ancient lore. For gold gets lost and keys may stray, his bloody mug goes twice a day, but friends are things he won't misplace. He'll stand beside them face to face, and when the fighting's finally done, when battle's fade beneath the sun, he'll raise his hand to toast them all, then freeze and stare across the hall. His mug is gone again, of course. He checks the table with great force, he checks his boots, his beard, his chair, then roars so loud it shakes the air. Where's my axe? Where's my ale? Who has moved my coat of mail? Where's my hammer? Where's my gold? Who took the thing I just did hold? Look to the left, look to the right, search the bloody house all night. You can search till morning light. It's in your hand, you dwarven shite. So sing his tale in every hall, the dwarf who loses one and all. A warrior fierce, a friend of worth, who knows each tunnel under earth. He'll find lost kingdoms, gems and gold, forgotten mines from days of old. But ask him where his left boot went, and there goes your whole evening spent. To heal a kind and bold, with healing hands and heart of gold. Wherever wounds or sorrow grew, he'd stop whatever else he'd do. A broken arm, a wounded knee, a fever bite or angry bee, a soldier cut, a farmer sore, he'd heal them all, then look for more. He healed the beggar, healed the king, a sparrow with a broken wing. He healed a wolf caught in a snare, then healed the hunter standing there. Heal them high, heal them low, patch them up and off they go. Blood or bruise, bite or burn, every fool will get a turn. Raise the fallen, mend the sore, then pour the healer one drink more. He'll heal the world from wall to wall, but gods can't help him hold his alcohol. For healing wasn't all he loved. When tavern doors were open, shoved, where mugs were raised and ale ran free, there was exactly where he'd be. He'd drink with sailors, knights, and thieves, with one-ring bards in ragged sleeves, with elves and orcs and goblins too. He never met a drinking crew. He wouldn't join, his heart was strong, his thirst was great, his tolerance a cruel mistake. One ale went down his cheeks, turned red. 2 ales brought songs into his head. By 3 he swore he'd never fall, and tried to heal the tavern wall. Heal them high, heal them low, patch them up and off they go. Blood or bruise, bite or burn, every fool will get a turn. Raise the fall and mend the sore, then pour the healer 1 drink more. He'll heal the world from wall to wall, but gods can't help him hold his alcohol. And stubborn! Oh, beyond belief, the man could argue down a thief. Once he decided what was true, not gods nor kings could change his view. If one man drank, then so would he. If someone poured, he'd make it 3. And every time he hit the floor, he'd wake convinced he needed more. But when the laughter faded low, and darker winds began to blow, the drunken fool would disappear, and leave the healer standing clear. Through blood and smoke he crossed the field, with neither armor, sword, nor shield. Where wounded voices filled the night, his hands became their only light. He'd spend his strength until it burned, and never ask for gold returned. For every stranger left behind was still a life within his mind. He could not save the whole wide land, but he'd save whoever reached his hand. Heal them high, heal them low, bring them back and let them go. Friend or stranger, rich or poor, he never cared who crossed his door. When swords are broken, heroes fall, when death comes walking through the hall. Call no king with crown or gold, call the fool with heart to hold. So tavern tales remember well the healer who would drink and yell, then fall asleep before them all, sometimes halfway down the hall. But those who laughed remembered too what those 2 healing hands could do. For when the brightest heroes bled, he walked where wiser men had fled. A stubborn fool, a loyal friend, a man who'd heal until the end. And after saving lives all night, he'd find the tavern. Obviously 1 mug was raised and maybe 2. He'd swear that 3 was nothing new. He'd boast that this time he'd stand tall, and promptly walk into the wall. Heal them high, heal them low, patch them up and off they go. Raise your mugs and hear the call, the healer's drinking, hide the wall. For wounds and fevers have no fear, the finest healer may be near. But if he challenges you to ale, just wait, he'll beat himself, he always fails. Never drink with a dwarf! Hey! 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 I walked into the tavern with silver in my purse. I saw a dwarf beside the fire, and things went quickly worse. He raised his mug and grinned at me, said, "Think you'll last till 4?" I laughed and said, "You little man, I've drunk with worse before." The whole room suddenly went still. The barkeep crossed his heart. Then someone whispered from the back, "You stupid fool, don't start! Never drink with a dwarf, never match him ale for ale. He'll drink you underneath the table, then order up a pail. Never drink with a dwarf," that's what everybody said. But I raised my mug, he raised his twice, and that's where memory ends. Aye. I I woke 3 mornings later in a cart outside of town, wearing someone else's trousers and somebody else's crown. My left boot had been stolen, my beard was painted blue, and there beside me stood a goat, her name was apparently Sue. I asked the guard, what happened? He sighed, where should I start? You challenged 6 men to a dance and married someone's cart. Never drink with a dwarf, never match him ale for ale. You'll wake up speaking Elvish in a Goblin County jail. Never drink with a dwarf, take the warning from a friend, for the dwarf woke up at sunrise and started drinking again. Apparently, I joined a mining guild. I arm wrestled an orc. I declared myself king of the potatoes. I owe the barkeep 30 gold, and nobody will explain why there's a wanted poster of me in 3 separate kingdoms. The goat knows something. Never drink with a dwarf, never challenge one for fun. When you think you've drunk your final ale, the dwarf has just begun. Stamp your boots, raise your glass, sing it till the rafters roar. Never drink with a dwarf unless you're buying. Oi! Who stole my other boot? Clink! Check the halfling's backpack. Hey! A knight once rode beneath the moon, his silver armor brightly hewn. Hey, hey! Hey, 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 hey! Hey! A noble heart, a watchful eye, he'd guard the weak until he'd die. A rogue walks softly through the night, unseen by torch and candlelight. No gold he stole, no gems he chose, he only wanted someone's nose. He'd creep behind, but short and tall, through crowded inn and banquet hall. One silent step, one finger rose, and there it went, straight up the nose. One night the knight stood proud and still, his armor bright, his posture skill. The rogue looked on from shadows deep, that nose was far too good to keep. He crossed the room without a sound, no watching eye could track him down. He reached his target, almost there. I see! The knight turned round, the rogue crossed there. One finger raised, one horrid pose, 1 inch away from knightly nose. Neither wanted soon. Shield and shadow, steel and shade, 2 very different fools were made. One stands proudly, one sneaks low, one guards kingdoms, one guards no nose. One holds the front, one takes the rear, one walks loudly, one disappears. Different as the day and night, the silent rogue and silver knight. The knight marched on, the rogue came too. Why? No one really ever knew. Perhaps that noble nose remained a challenge yet to be attained. And mountain pass, the rogue kept sneaking through the grass. The knight would turn, the rogue would freeze. The knight grew tired, the rogue would please. But then one night the laughter died, our creatures gathered mountainside. The road was blocked, the moon went black, and steel rang out in swift attack. The knight stood firm against the line, his shield held strong, his sword struck fine. But shadows gathered at his back, the rogue was there before they struck. No foolish games, no wicked grin, the silent killer now stepped in. Through darkness quick, through moonlight's light, he guarded well the armored knight. And when a blade sought rogue instead, the knight's broad shield rose by his head. No plan was made, no oath was sworn, yet something there that night was born. One guarded back, one guard in front, together one strikes unseen without a trace. One holds the front, one takes the rear, one stands his ground, one disappears. Different as the day and night, but side by side they fight just right. At dawn the final foe had fled, the road was clear, the dark lay dead. The knight looked once toward his friend, the rogue looked back, and in the end the knight had learned beneath the fight that fools may still defend what's right. The rogue had learned behind the shield some men won't leave their friends to yield. From then they traveled side by side through every road and turning tide. A shield by day, a shade by night, a strange old rogue, a stubborn knight. And though their friendship only grew, one ancient battle carried through. For every time the knight stood still, the rogue would creep behind him still. Through dragon fire and winter snows, through ancient ruins, friends and foes, one quest remained, one sacred goal. The knight protected his nose. Shield and shadow, steel and shade, strangest friendship ever made. When darkness comes they'll win the fight, the silent rogue and silver knight. Trust his dagger, trust his blows, trust him anywhere you go. Trust your life into his hands, but never trust him near your nose. An elf once walked the forest way with bow in hand at break of day. Her arrows never missed their mark, she'd strike a feather through the dark. With deadly aim and graceful pride she looked like legends come alive, until a root beneath her shoe and down the hill the legend flew. She rolled through fern, she rolled through vine, then rose and claimed that all was fine. She brushed the leaves out of her hair and saw a stranger standing there, a Chaos Mage with eyes alight and restless sparks of blue and white. She'd seen the tumble start to end and tried her best to lend a hand, a simple spell to clear the ground. Instead, the trees began to bounce around, the grass turned pink, the stones took flight, a mushroom grew to twice her height. The elf looked left, the mage looked right. This wasn't going well, not quite. Leaf and chaos, bow and flame, two kinds of trouble just the same. One shoots straight but cannot stride, one casts spells that won't abide. One will stumble, one will spark, both bring trouble after dark. Different fools beneath one sky, and somehow friendship wandered by. They tried together to repair the floating stones in purple air. The elf shot her ups with perfect aim, the mage accidentally froze the rain. The elf stepped back to lose her bow, then tripped on absolutely no. There wasn't anything at all, she simply fell again, that's all. The mage began to laugh so hard her chaos spread across the yard. The elf tried hard to look annoyed, then laughed until her pride was destroyed. And there beneath the floating trees with glowing rocks and purple leaves, two strangers laughed upon the ground, and something rare that day was found. But chaos loves a nervous mind, and soon the mage began to find. The more she feared she'd wreck the place, the brighter magic lit her face. A little twitch, a little hue, the elf had no idea what she'd do. The mage grew tense, the sparks grew bright, a yellow flash consumed the light. Poof! The elf looked down, no mage in sight, just one large cucumber, yellow bright. And looked around, then sat beside it on the ground. No mocking grin, no frightened cry, no questions asking how or why. She simply waited underneath the dancing branches, falling leaves. And when at last the spell withdrew, the mage returned beneath the blue. She waited for the laugh to start, instead the elf just offered heart. For she knew well how shame could grow when your own body tells you no. One couldn't make her feet behave, one couldn't always stay a mage, yet neither needed fixing there. They only needed someone who didn't care. Leaf and chaos, bow and flame, neither girl would be the same. One may stumble, one may change, neither thought the other strange. Arrows straight and magic wild, forest heart and chaos child. When one falls down, one stays nearby and helps her friend get up and try. From then they walked through wood and glen, and trouble followed now and then. The elf still fell on empty ground. The mage made rivers flow around. An arrow always found its mark. A chaos spell still lit the dark, and every time one lost control, the other stayed and made her whole. Not by changing who she'd be, not making chaos orderly. No perfect grace, no perfect spell. They knew each other's flaws too well. For friendship isn't finding those who never fall or lose control. It's finding one who sees your mess and somehow loves you nonetheless. So legends tell of bow and spark, two women wandering through the dark, where arrows fly and strange lights glow, where flowers suddenly start to snow. You'll find two friends still passing through, one black and blue from falling to one trying hard to stay composed before she turns to, well, you know, leaf and chaos, bow and flame. Two wild hearts that friendship claimed. Let one stumble, let one glow. Together anywhere they'll go. One shoots straight, one magic bends. Chaos makes the strangest friends. And if the yellow sparks appear, find a basket, stay right here. An ancient tavern tragedy of unknown origin. Come gather close and hear my song of something strange and something wrong. The ale is cold, the stew is warm, but something's missing since the dawn. We search the drawers, we search the floor, behind the barrels, by the door. The knives are here, the spoons live on, but where have all the forks gone? Where have all the forks gone? Tell me, barkeep, what went wrong? We had 12 here yesterday, now every bloody fork's away. Raise your mugs and sing along. Where have all the forks gone? The wizard swears it wasn't spells. The dwarf just shrugs and drinks his ale. The rogue looks far too pleased with this. The elf says, I know nothing, miss. We checked the dragon's treasure pile. He hadn't seen a fork in miles. The kingdom searched from dusk till dawn. Still no forks, the forks are gone. Where have all the forks gone? We've been eating stew with tongs. The king himself has joined the fray. His royal fork has gone astray. Bang the table, sound the gong. Where have all the forks gone? Was it goblins? No! No! Was it trolls? No! No! Was it witches stealing silver for their dark and wicked goals? No! Then from the corner came a sound, clink. Everyone turned around. The halfling froze, his backpack fell. 37 forks rolled out as well. We found where all the forks gone. The little bastard had them all along. Raise your ale, beat the drum. Hide the silver, here he comes. Knives and spoons, hold on till dawn. We found where all the forks gone. Hide the forks, hide the forks, hide the forks, hide the forks. Here he comes, here he comes. Someone check his bag again. Wait, where are all the spoons? Wait. Where are all the spoons? Seven fools came through the door. Seven fools came through the door, swore they'd only drink one more. 7 cups were raised on high, by dawn the roof would learn to fly. The dwarf cried drink and drained his ale. The healer laughed, I shall not fail. The dwarf drank 5 and 1 to 10. The healer barely finished one. He raised the second pail, but proud another round. He told the crowd, he took one gulp, began to sway, then healed himself and drank away. The knight stood tall in shining plate, a noble man of noble fate. To honor, glory, victory, ice His helmet landed in the drink. The rogue crept silent, quick and low, but gold and jewels he let them go. No purse was safe, no worse than those. No man was safe who had a nose. The elf was deadly swift and fair, could split an arrow through the air. She hit a fly across the room, then tripped headfirst into a broom. She rose with grace and brushed her knee. I meant to do that, obviously. She took one step, her pride restored, and somehow fell across the dwarf. Then up stood she, the Chaos Mage. At last, it's time I take the stage. She raised her hands, began to glow. Relax, my friends, I know this one. Now the dwarf became 3 inches tall. The heeler's boots stuck to the wall. The knight's fine armor turned bright pink. The rogue grew eyebrows he could drink. The elf looked down and gave a cry. Why is my hair now 5 feet high? The mage looked round, she cleared her throat. Close enough. Hey! Raise your cups and guard your nose. Mind your feet and watch your toes. Hide the chairs and lock the door. The 7 fools have come once more. The dwarf drinks 6, the healer 2. The knight goes hike the whole night through. The rogue digs deep, the elf will fall, and chaos magic wrecks it all. The dwarf returned to normal size and saw the healer's drunken eyes. You cannot drink! Oh yes I can. He took 1 shot, and down he went again. The rogue crept up behind the knight. 1 finger raised his target right, but just before he struck his foe, heights! The knight turned round, right up his nose. The elf laughed hard, then lost her chair. She grabbed the mage yelled, care! A spark flew loose, a flash burned blue, and suddenly the dwarf had boobs. The tavern froze, the dwarf looked down. The healer woke and looked around. The rogue stared once, the knight went heights. The elf whispered, you should probably fix this quick. The mage cried, fine, I'll put it right. Her fingers sparked with purple light. Boom, the boobs were gone, the dwarf had wings. Stop fixing things! The whole room screamed, hey! Raise your cups and guard your nose. Mind your feet and watch your toes. Hide the chairs and lock the door. The 7 fools have come once more. The dwarf drinks 6, hey! The healer 2. The knight goes hike the whole night through. The rogue digs deep, the elf will fall, and chaos magic wrecks it all. By midnight sense had left the room. The mage had animated a broom. The broom got drunk and stole the ale. The healer tried to heal its pail. The elf pursued it through the crowd, tripped on a stool and cursed out loud. The knight drew steel to join the fight. Fear not, my friends, I shall height. His sword flew left, his shield flew right. The rogue saw noses left and right. The dwarf still drank without a care, and somehow ended on a chair with feathered wings and foaming brew, crying, I can outdrink all of you. The mage stood up, the tavern froze. The rogue removed a finger from a nose. I've got a spell to clean this mess. 7 voices screamed, absolutely not. She cast it anyway. The window shook, the barrels flew, the tables danced, the chimney too. The knight went high, the elf yelled down. The healer healed a broken crown. The rogue held tightly to a nose. The dwarf just drank, as dwarves suppose. And when the smoke had cleared away, the tavern stood 3 feet to the left. No one spoke. The mage looked pleased. See? Clean? The innkeep fell down to his knees. At dawn the healer hung the floor. The knight was hiccuping by the door. The rogue was banned from every nose. The elf was tangled in her clothes. The mage had somehow lost 1 shoe. The dwarf still had another brew. The innkeep stared at ruined walls. You 7 never come back at all! The dwarf stood up and raised his beard. Well, friends, I guess we're done in here. He grinned and coined you down the way. There's 1 more tavern, what you say? The healer groaned, the rogue said yes. The elf fell down, the mage yelled yes. The knight stood tall to victory, hikes, and off they marched to ruin it. Hey! Raise your cups for fools and friends, for every night that badly ends. A dwarf who drinks a healer down. A hiccup knight who shakes the town. A nose-pick rogue, an elf who falls. A chaos mage erects the walls. If 7 fools come down your way, hide your alley or join the fray. Or join the fray. Say. 7 fools beneath one moon, drinking late and laughing soon, known in every tavern hall as the fools who wreck them all. The dwarf could drink a barrel dry, the healer swore he'd always try. He'd match him proudly, ale for ale. By number 3 he turned quite pale. The knight stood proud in armor bright, a noble heart, a fearsome sight. Yet through the feast from dusk till dawn his mighty hiccups thundered on. The rogue moved silent as a ghost, but treasure never pleased him most. Through shadowed halls he'd creep and go to find some poor unguarded nose. The elf could strike a raven's eye and split an arrow as it flew by, yet walking straight became her doom. She'd trip on air across the room. The Chaos Mage knew spells untamed, but none behaved the way she aimed. She summoned rain when flames were due, turned tables green and chickens blue. 7 fools, 7 flames, no golden crowns, no noble names. Laugh when they stumble, laugh when they fall, but when darkness comes they answer the call. When kingdoms shake and brave men flee, when night devours both land and sea, when mighty heroes fear their doom, send in the fools, make darkness move. Then came a night without a star, when blackened horns were heard afar. An ancient shadow crossed the land, and fire swallowed field and sand. The armies broke, the towers burned, the bravest fled and never turned. The bells rang out across the wall, and 7 fools stood proud and tall. The dwarf put down his cup of ale and raised his axe against the gale. The healer walked beside his friend to mend each wound until the end. The knight stood firm against the tide, his hiccups echoing far and wide. His shield held fast beneath the flame, and not one foe could break his frame. The rogue became the midnight air, a passing shade that wasn't there. No nose tonight, no foolish game. His silent blades now earned their name. The elf still stumbled on the stone, but every arrow found its own. She fell beneath the burning sky, then struck the beast between the eyes. The Chaos Mage raised both her hands, wild magic tore across the lands. She aimed for fire and summoned snow, then somehow launched a flying goat. The earth turned blue, the heavens roared, pink feathers covered half the horde. Yet through the madness wild and bright, her chaos tore apart the night. 7 fools, 7 flames, no golden crowns, no noble names. Laugh when they stumble, laugh when they fall, but when darkness comes they answer the call. When kingdoms shake and brave men flee, when night devours both land and sea, when mighty heroes fear their doom, send in the fools, make darkness move. Perfect march, no grand command, just 7 fools who chose to stand through blood and fire. Side by side they broke the dark and turned the tide. The dwarf broke through the iron line, the healer kept them all alive. The knight held fast, the rogue struck deep, the elf sent death through shadows keep, and chaos danced beneath the moon, where none could guess what spell came soon. Yet somehow when the night was through, the fools still stood. The darkness knew. At dawn the kingdom saw the sun, the burning night at last was done. No shining heroes crossed the wall, just 7 fools who saved them all. By noon the dwarf was drinking ale, the healer tried and turned quite pale. The knight still hiccuped through the hall, the elf still tripped against the wall. The rogue returned to every nose, the mage made fire from someone's clothes, and soon the tavern knew once more. The 7 fools were at the door. 7 fools, 7 fools, 7 flames, 7 flames. Remember well their foolish names. Let kings have crowns and legends tall. We'll take the fools who gave their all, for when the final shadows fall, when no one dares to heed the call, don't seek perfection, brave and true, send in the fools, they'll see it through. Hey! Hey! flawless shield and spotless fame, no beast could make his courage shake, no sword could make his armor break. Then in a tavern late one night he saw a most peculiar sight. A mage's fingers sparked with blue while half the room was smoking too. Her magic danced from chair to chair, turned someone's boots to purple hair. She tried to stop a floating blade and sent it through the tavern gate. The knight had fought through blood and flame, yet something stirred when near she came. She caught his eye, his heartbeat kicked, and from his chest escaped a high sea. He froze. She stared, her fingers glowed, a tiny spark shot down the road. For never once in battles frayed had such a sound escaped. The knight he blamed the spell, she blamed it too, and neither guessed, their hearts just knew. It went the night sparks from the mage, two foolish hearts on one strange page. The closer they came, the worse it grew. He hiccuped more, her chaos flew. A spark, a hick, a heart, a flame, and neither one would be the same. For love is wild and magic strange, and some things aren't meant to be tamed. They traveled on through wood and stone, and somehow neither walked alone. She brought the storms, he brought the steel, and hid the things they dared not feel. When danger came, his sword struck true, while chaos burned in every hue. But when she smiled across the fight, I see, there went the mighty knight. And every time he took her hand, strange magic rippled through the land. As hiccups came, her cheeks grew red, then sparks went dancing overhead. One evening underneath the moon, their hidden truth came calling soon. He stepped too close, she lost her air, a yellow glow rose everywhere. Her heartbeat raced, her magic flew, he knew exactly what she'd do. A flash lit up the forest floor. Poof! The mage was there no more. Where once it stood his chaos flame, a yellow cucumber became the night. Just blinked and smiled instead, he placed his cloak beneath her head. He stayed beside her through the night, beneath the stars and silver light. And when the morning sun came through, the mage returned beneath the dew. No fear, no laugh, no mocking face, just one brave knight still in his place. Her heart beat fast as did the same, her fingers sparked, his hiccup came. Hic went the night, sparks lent the mage, two foolish hearts on one strange page. The closer they came, the worse it grew. He hiccuped more, her chaos flew. A spark, a hick, a heart, a flame, and neither one would be the same. For love is wild and magic strange, and some things aren't meant to be tamed. Forth they traveled near, through every road and passing year. Shield beside her, chaos flame, two different hearts that beat the same. She never cured his strange old HIC. No potion worked, no spell could fix, for magic wasn't why it grew. His foolish heart had always knew. It came whenever she drew near, through love, through longing, joy and fear. A knight who feared no beast above had found one weakness, he called it love. And she who feared her chaos ways found someone who would always stay. Through every spark and magic slip, through every strange cucumber trip, so legends tell, beneath the moon you sometimes hear their ancient tune. A burst of magic, wild and bright, a distant high sea from one poor night. It goes the night, sparks goes his bride, steel and chaos side by side. Through every storm, through every flame, they walk together all the same. For love is wild and love is strange, it sparks, it stumbles, shifts and changes. And when her chaos starts to glow, I'd see he loves her more than she will know.
The mountain stone where hammer ants of flame, there lived a dwarf with iron hands and far too proud a name.
High above beneath the leaves where silver rivers ran,
an elf elven girl came wandering where no elf should ever stand. She called his halls a dusty hole, he called her ears too long. She pulled his beard, he cursed her name, and somehow they started a flame.
Hammer and leaf, iron and green, strangest pair the hills had seen.
Hammer and leaf, iron and green,
Raise your cups to the wildest pair you've seen.
let elves sing high, let dwarfs sing low.
Let every bloody tavern know.
She pulled his beard,
He held her tight, two cups were raised into the night.
and somewhere underneath the moon,
Two fools in love still how their tune.
he loved the stone,
She loved the sky.
she stole his ale, he asked her
She
why,
raised his cup and drank it dry.
then laughed beneath the mountain sky.
She filled his beard with forest flowers. He forged a silver blade. She dragged him dancing through the hall. He swore he'd never sway.
But when the drums grew loud enough and ale had drowned his pride,
She grabbed his beard and pulled him close.
his arm went round her side. Hammer and leaf,
Iron and green. Raise your cups to the wildest pair you've seen.
let elves sing high, let dwarfs sing low.
Let every bloody tavern know.
She pulled his beard,
He held her tight. Two cups were raised into the night.
and somewhere underneath the moon,
Two fools in love still how their tune.
cup in her hand, beard in her fist, hand on her waist.
She threw her head toward the moon. He laughed and joined her tune. Like two old wolves beneath the
They
sky.
howled until the fire burned high.
The elves looked on, the dwarves went still.
Then every drunken bastard howled with them. Then war came marching through the trees. The mountain heard the horn.
The dwarf came out with axe in hand.
The elf to bow at dawn.
Back to back through blood and rain.
An arrow flew,
An axe came down.
and those who mock the leaf and stone
Learn not to face the two alone.
Hammer and leaf,
Iron and green.
raise your cups to the wildest pair you've seen. Let elves sing high, let dwarfs sing low.
Let every bloody tavern know.
He pulled his beard,
He held her tight. Two cups were raised into the night. And somewhere underneath the moon, two fools in love still how their tune.
hammer and leaf, iron and green.
Strangest lovers the hills have seen.
Raise your ale, raise it high.
Stone below and leafy sky.
She pulled his beard,
He held her tight
elf and dwarf.
beneath the night. And every bastard in the room, how their tune.
They say she still puts flowers in his beard,
They say he still complains.
but when the moon is full above,
Two voices howl again. Oh, for fuck's sake.
hey, hey.
an elven maid. Beneath the moon their vows were made, of mountain stone and forest green, the strangest love the world had seen. Then winter came with bitter rain, and white frost covered hill and plain. Yet deep beneath the frozen ground a tiny heartbeat made its sound. A child of mountain root and tree, of ancient stone and forest free. And when at last the child was born, the winter broke before the morn. The snow withdrew beneath the sun, the frozen rivers learned to run. Green blossoms rose through ice below, and spring returned where she would go. They named her Freya, wild and bright, with forest skies and morning light. But neither guessed what they would see, for Freya wasn't meant to be just one small thing. A sneeze, a flash, a puff of air, and suddenly a cub was there. Freya, Freya, wild and free, child of stone and ancient tree. Paws at morning, wings by noon, little wolf beneath the moon. Where she wanders, green things sing, flowers wake and robins wing. Leaf and mountain, sun and rain, the bringer of the spring again. The bringer of the spring again. Laid her down to sleep and found instead a tiny sheep. She checked beneath the bed in fright, a little fox ran out of sight. Her father searched from room to room, beneath the chair, behind the broom. He checked the crib and checked the floor, while Freya watched him as a bore. He lost his keys, he lost his shoe, and now he'd lost his daughter too. He searched until his beard went wild and hugged the cat, it was his child. By breakfast she became a hare, by noon came feathers in her hair. By supper came a tiny bear who stole her father's food and chair. But stranger things began to grow, a little Freya chose to go, and tiny paws touched frozen ground. The sleeping flowers gathered around. When wings appeared the birds would sing, when wolf paws ran the grass turned green. And every shape her magic wore brought life where none had grown before. For she was change, and change would bring the ancient turning into spring. Freya, Freya, wild and free, child of stone and ancient tree. Paws at morning, wings by noon, little wolf beneath the moon. Where she wanders, green things sing, flowers wake and robins wing. Leaf and mountain, sun and rain, the bringer of the spring again. One night beneath the silver stars, she slept between their waiting arms. No paws, no wings, no fur, no flame, just little Freya as she came. The dwarf looked down with quiet pride. The elf lay softly by his side, and neither cared what shape she'd wear, what horns she'd grow, what wings she'd bear. For she was forest, she was stone, and something wholly of her own. Not half a dwarf, not half an elf, but every wonder and herself. So let her change and let her run, let her chase the rising sun. A wolf, a raven, fox or bear, a little dragon in the air. For spring itself stays never still, it climbs the tree, it floods the hill, it shifts, it grows, it wakes, it sings, and so does she, the child of Freya, Freya, wild and free. Be whatever you will be, claw or feather, fang or wing, every shape awakens spring. Child of mountain, child of tree, born of love and born to be neither one nor anything. Freya, bringer of the spring. And legends say her father still goes searching house and field and hill. For every time she leaves his sight, he searches left and searches right, while flowers bloom behind his feet, and tiny paws run down the street.
flame from two hearts that burn the same. Through storm, through night, a little dragon came to light. The earth remembers, the old roots sing, winter is ending. She carries the spring. Freya, spread your wings, wake the earth, call the rivers, bring rebirth. Freya, dragon child, wild and free, wake the mountain, wake the tree. Born of fire, born of spring, born from love of dragon wings. Dragons, storm and flame, love through wounds and love through pain. They burned, they broke, they rose again, and from their fire Freya came. Drum of earth, breath of sky, little dragon, rise, rise, rise. Green beneath her, sun above, spring awaken, born from love. She passes, life begins. Freya, flame of dawn, golden wing, daughter of dragons, bringer of spring. Fire and spring. Spread your wings. Old forest sing. Freya, Freya, bringer of spring. She carries his fire, she carries her flame to ancient hearts, live in her name. Not born from peace, not born without scars. She was born from a love that outlived the dark. Fire to fire, heart to heart, never ending, never apart. Winter falls, new life begins. Raise your wings. Freya, wake the earth, wake the sky. Little dragon, learn to fly. Freya, born where eternal fire sing, child of two dragons, bringer of spring.